So, yesterday, you should have completed this on your notes paper, right, through the video walking you through. We skipped over 72, but then you also had 73 on your paper from the video, and all of that should be done from yesterday. So if it's not, that's a choice you made that you're going to have to figure out how to fix, because those need done when you turn your homework in. Like, that classwork is part of your homework. So what we're doing now is on graph paper, right, like on blank paper. So I don't care if you're eating in here as long as you're doing your math. Like, math needs to be higher priority than food, right? You've had all morning to eat. So, hey, we're getting back on the same page now. So you've probably already done this, but if you haven't, we copy down exactly what they show us. We don't do any work at all first. So on your graph paper, you might number, might being a good suggestion, 74 part A, and then you copy that, negative 2x, you could put that in parentheses if you want. Negative 2x plus 5 plus 2x plus, instead of minus 5, what could I write? Negative 5. Plus a negative 5, right? Equal to, negative 1. Right, it looks like a minus 1 to start, but really we know this would be a negative 1 plus another negative 1 plus a 6x. I need to re-plug in my USB because the ghost is fighting with me. So we copy down the entire original, right? We copy down the entire original before we start doing any work. So let's switch over to that paper. Now we can do this later, and there's still a video. Let's work with this one right now. So go ahead and label 74A, and I would give yourself space, so I would start back here at the top. So then we're going to work to combine like terms and simplify on both sides. Then we're going to combine like terms, simplify on both sides. Anyone come up with a better abbreviation than like OBS or TBS? Or in the video, I asked that class, and I mean, hopefully you heard the question too, if we need a better abbreviation of like on both sides. Yes. Both sides. BS? Okay.
Bologna sandwich.
Yeah, bologna sandwich, right? That's what BS only stands for. Yeah, that's or you can sandwich. No, you're doing it. I'm not. You're doing it. Guys, you're not waiting for me. You're doing this on your own right now. Then I'm going to random card and ask for help. Right? Then I'm going to random card and ask for help. We're not doing homework right now. Then move on to the next question. Miss, where's your graph paper? Getting it out 10 minutes after you come into class. It's a long time to get out graph paper. What could I do first? Hopefully you have a head start, but if you haven't gotten a head start, I guess you need my help. What could I do first up here? Can I put any like terms together? Can I start doing stuff on both sides?
You can put all the x's together.
Ooh, put the x, all of them? Or like left x's with left x's, right x's with right x's?
Left axis.
Hey guys, pro tip, draw a dotted line down from your equal sign, because that reminds us you can't cross it. So if you draw a dotted line, that reminds us, like, we can't do things on, like, so Ivan said put all the x's together. He meant put these x's together, put these x's together. So if I'm going to color code this, if we have a positive 2x and a negative 2x, positive 2x, what are we going to get?
0.
Oh, crap. 0x. So you could write it, or you don't have to, because they cancel each other out. No, wait, can I put my 5s together, like my numbers together also? Yeah. So, here, I'll go do the x's first, and I'll come back in a different color. So over here, 6x, there's no other x. So 6x. Okay, so now if we switch colors, I don't know, this little positive 5,
Zero.
negative,
Zero. It's just zero.
plus 0. Negative 1. What's negative 1 plus negative 1?
And then
Negative
cancel
2.
out by the 2.
Oh.
0.
So wait. Does this mean this can't be... So wait, can we solve this?
Yeah.
Can anyone like volunteer to help me? Like, what do I have here now, Gabe? What do you mean? What do I have still? I have 6x over here equal to what? 0. 6x has to be equal. We've been told it has to be equal. So how? How do we get there, Donovan?
Well, because if 6x equals 0, then there's nothing plus nothing except 0 equals 0, so it's 0.
Yeah, Donovan's saying, well, it only makes sense. But if we want to write the work of how we get there, we actually divide by 6. But guys, what's 0 divided by 6?
0.
Still 0. Go ahead and do part B on your own. Part A, we found out x is 0, which x can be 0. That's a number. It's nothing, but it's a number. I'd really like to figure out why it glitches like that. Here, part B's up there for you as well. If you're being lazy and trying not to use your book. We copy the original first. Do not do any work, just copy the original first. Then start doing work. We can do this later. It'll be done, but since you chose it not to do yesterday, or not to do it yesterday, yesterday was your time. So 3 parentheses 4 plus x equals x plus 6. I believe you. If you lost your homework, that's a shame though, because it's a bigger homework. Guys, remember 623 is 2 days worth of homework. I think it was also like Fridays, quote unquote. I forget, but like I'm for sure giving you at least 2 days for it. Working on keep going, keep going. Now we're at the point of do things to both sides, probably. 3 times parentheses 4 plus x equal to. No one wants to sit up here with me, I guess. Donovan, even though I kind of don't want to call on you because you just answered for me. Donovan, what could I do first here? You did it without even showing the work on your paper I saw as I came around, but it's okay because you did it right.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
I did 3 times 4 and times x.
3 times 4 and 3 times x. So what'd you get when you did that?
I got 12 plus 3x.
Guys, everybody look up here. Does anybody have a question for Donovan of how he got to 12 plus 3x? We did 3 times, but we got to distribute it. It gets broken up to both. Any questions for Donovan? Because he's got it. All right, Addie, you had your hand halfway up. What's up? Well, that's great, but I don't know how to get there, and that's more important than the answer. So, Keegan, what can I do now? I got 12 plus 3x equal to x plus 6. Guys, make sure you're taking the time to do the process. So, like, Addie, if you jumped right to the answer, I need you to write out the process, because, guys, this only gets tougher. If you can right now look at this and go, oh, x must be, that's great. But you need to learn how to write out the process. So, Sarah Keegan, you know what I could do? I got choices. Sure, -6 from both sides. Totally valid. You could also, guys, look up here real quick. Like, everybody look up here real quick. You have 4 options that are all correct. So if you took one of the other options that Keegan isn't telling you to take, you probably still did it right. You could subtract 12 from both sides. You could subtract 3x from both sides. You could subtract x from both sides. Or we could subtract 6 from both sides, which is what Keegan told me to do. So I'm going to show -6, and we do it on both sides, right? This is one of those on both sides. So now, I know, right? That's what I'm using to record my video right now, actually. 6 plus 3x. Sorry, my 3 got a little funky. What do I still have left on this side? X. So now, Addie. So now what can I do? I know this may not have been the path you took, but with the path Keegan laid out, what can we do now? But how? That's what we're trying to learn and practice, and I want to make sure you're still paying attention to. Because this path got a little weirder than some of us may have taken. Yeah, what do you think?
What I did was different, so I solved for x first to get
How? I don't know what you mean by you solved it.
so x equal 3x multiply -2 with 3x -6, and then if you add 12 to -6.
You're saying a lot of things that I don't understand any of it.
Okay.
Because the process we learned and practiced yesterday was to write things out, combine like terms, do things to both sides. So if your brain is way better than mine, and it probably is, and you can just figure this out, that's great. But that's not algebra. So what I'm telling you is, I have things to teach you, you have things to learn, I need you to do it this way. So if you're fighting me and not writing this down right now, that's a poor choice that you're making. Lindy? I could subtract an x from both sides. Now this is going to get me into a funky little spot where I now have 6 plus 2x equals 0. And I kind of, in my opinion, I sort of went the wrong direction. Not like bad, not wrong answer, but this is sort of goofy. I don't really ever want both of my things on the same side. This is not great. Miss?
Take the 6 and make it a negative and put it
So now if I minus 6 from both sides, I can get 2x equals -6. And now what could I do to get just 1x? Divide by 2. Now hold on, I'm going to do this again from the beginning. I'm going to ask that we all write it down again from the beginning. So x equals -3. I have a better way. Keegan's way was perfectly fine, but it got a little weird. I'm telling you, I have a better way. Everybody, because we're going to clone this page, everybody copy that problem down again. So we're going to start all over. 3 times 4 plus x equals x plus 6. Guys, I should see everyone with a pencil in their hand copying this down again. I have a better way. Do the distribution that you already know how to do because we did it last time.
Can I guess what your better way is?
Sure.
Instead of having to put minus under the thing, you just switch the both numbers.
Nope, that's actually more confusing for people. If that works for you, you can do that. But for a lot of people, that's actually more confusing. So we want to show what we do. We want to actually write it on both sides. Like any little funky skipping of steps, be real careful because that might lead you into a mistake. Guys, look up here. I'm telling you I got a better way. I'm tripping on words because I'm worried that Gabe is not in here right now. Guys, always, I'm telling you this advice will work. Look for which side has the bigger variable. Which side has more of the, or more positive, which is higher up the number line. 3x or 1x?
3x.
This side gets to get our variables. It gets to keep the variables. We're going to put them all over there. That's the variable side, which means this side is going to get the other numbers, which we call constants. To get the variable off of this side, what could I do?
Add 3x plus x.
To get this 1x off of this side, how do I get rid of this? A negative x or subtract x. So guys, please do this with me. Like I'm telling you, this is me trying to help you out to show you the better way. Because now I still have positive 2x. And if you want to make a note over here, variable first, give the variable to whichever side had the bigger variable to start so it stays positive. So 12 plus 2x equals 6 now, right? Because I only have 6. The x's are gone. Since the left side is the variable side, we're leaving that 2x alone now. So we did variable first. Now we're going to deal with the constant, which remember is just the numbers that we know. So how do I get rid of that positive 12 over there? Anybody?
Negative 12.
Negative 12, or subtract 12, right? So now, subtract 12 from both sides, and we get 2x equals negative 6. And now what do we do to get x by itself? Divide. So variables first, constants next, then at that point we should be ready to divide. So divide by 2, and we get x is negative 3, but arguably I think that way was easier. Same answer. So not right versus wrong, but I think this way was easier. Try 95 with your partner, 75. Oliver's building a train. Actually, let's skip this for a moment. Let's go here. Try 76A. We'll come back to the word problem. We might save it for tomorrow. This is in your book. It's in front of you. If you want to look at it in your book, Lindy, it's in your book. I see you squinting. It's in your book. That's why you have books in front of you. Hey, Miss Martin, I want your opinion on this. I don't quite know what she means. I think she means like in place of his discovery day, but like I'm not sure.
No, but that's exactly what it says.
Now, always, if we can combine like terms, start by combining in like terms.
Oh, it's not.
Are there like terms you can combine? I will tell you, this might work right now, but now it's going to get harder and come out of these whole numbers. You should write the steps out, write the process out, like you're doing now. Yeah, and do a negative one. So not. Yeah, because that's like that makes things better for us, right? How we doing here? You got this one somewhere? You got space to work, or should we get some new paper? Bro, you get me a new piece of paper. No, I'm not. I think I am. Of course you guys are faster than me.
All aboard.
Christian, what could I start by doing here?
For the left side, you could plus the negative x and the positive x.
Put like terms together. 5x and negative x, or you could have said minus x. 4x plus negative 1, or you can say minus if you really want to do that. 11 plus negative 2x. Margot, which side has a stronger x? Sorry, I couldn't hear you. The left side, right? This 4x is stronger, and it's like higher up the number line. So how do I get rid of a negative 2x, Margot? How do you minus a negative? So guys, I'm telling you, you could subtract 4x here, but negative x's are harder to work with. So instead, let's get rid of the negative x by, guys, you should be writing this on your paper. Hey, so I'm going to be real honest with you. I'm debating if we have a quiz this Friday or not, but if you act like you don't care about what we're doing, we're having a quiz on Friday. Because if you act like you're too good to write this down right now, you're ready for a quiz. So if you don't need my help, if this is all like good to go, sweet, let's have a quiz. Otherwise, I should see people caring about what we're doing. When we add 2x to both sides, we now get 6x, still plus that negative 1. So we gave the variables to the left side. What now, Lakin, do I want to do? We gave the variables to the left side. We got 6x plus negative 1 equals 11. Yeah, add 1 to get rid of this. So we're going to add 1 to both sides. You guys remember, I'm recording this. If you want a refresher, like later when you're doing your homework or whatever, like go back and watch us do it again. So now we get 6x equal to, what'd you say?
12, and then
You want to take us home?
don't you like divide it?
By what? Yeah, because we want to get rid of that 6. Divide by 6 on both sides. And 1x, which is our goal. What's 12 divided by 6? 2. Questions on that one? Try B. It's in your book. I'll scroll back up so you can see it again. Try B. Careful, there's some work to do before we do the work. What? What? Guys, it is in your book. It's right in front of you. Use the book in front of you. Trying to encourage you guys to actually use books sometimes. So I realize some of you want to work at your own pace and have time for homework, and the rest of the class is slowing you down. If you get it done, and then work on your homework. Yeah. Because it's bad. Well, it's not what I get. It's what you guys bring to school, and then we just put it in the supply and hand it back out. It's not all 5-star. This isn't 5-star. See, this doesn't have that reinforced. I don't know, this might only be like 2-star paper. They don't have any continental breakfast in the morning either.
I hate 5 stars. Yeah, me too.
5 stars is
Bro,
a rating out of a million.
when you go to 1-star restaurants, they have copies like that.
Hey, Donovan, what'd you get for X here?
For X,
Yeah, for this one, for part B.
for part B, I was writing it down, and then,
And then you got distracted talking about how many stars.
yeah.
So maybe let's refocus on this math problem.
Okay, Mr. Hudson.
Your conversation about stars was just starting to go way out here.
Yeah.
June, what could we do first here?
Well, to be honest, I'm still working on it.
Well, what's the first step you were about to do?
Honestly, can I skip?
Sure, but I'm going to come back to you. Like you're going back in the file. Moss is not here. Moss, feel better. I'm going to try to remember to email you this video. Misk, what could we do?
You could start by making like parentheses, like 3 and negative 3x, and then 6 and 4. You know what I
We
mean?
need to distribute, I think is what Moss is trying to, you know what I mean? Misk, sorry, Moss's card is still sitting here.
Wow.
So, look, I know who you guys are at this point. I can see you like out on the street and even know who you are. I tried to go through McDonald's Sunday morning and ran into a Phoenix alumni. Hey, Lincoln, that's not what we're doing right now. Unless you have this totally done, you're at the answer. So we have work to do, right? So pencil it in. We're doing this. So, what's 3 times negative x? Negative 3x. I'm going to go ahead and write this in this little blue color because I kind of like it. 3 times 2, 6, plus, Lincoln needs help. Can you come down there with you?
How would I?
Well, this is what we should be doing. So you may have made a mistake, actually. Once you're at that step, you should kind of know the next things to do. So keep on going. So this is tracking the parentheses, right? So you would be right if that 3 wasn't there. But that 3 is inside. Yeah, there's 3 sets of a negative x and 2. So when we look at how much there actually is, no. So this second step is what I'm trying to convince you to actually follow along and do what we do in class, because this matters. You have to take that step first. And you cannot go in a different order. And you get a different answer, and that'll actually be wrong.
Yes.
Guys, again, I've been at this for a few years. If it wasn't worth practicing, I'd skip it because I don't have enough time. I do not have enough time with you guys. If it's not worth practicing, I will skip it. Addie, I can't tell if that's a question or like you want me to come over there. My advice is deal with your variables first. Give your variable to whatever side has the stronger variable. So we're going to do this all together because I'm running out of time. So, Miss just went. June, what can I do here?
That's the same thing.
Yeah, combine your like terms. So, negative 3x and x, what's that give us? Negative 2x. Guys, be careful. This is a positive. Could I combine 6 and negative 1? Ooh, positive. 6, and hey, make sure you're writing this down. I don't know why we're putting our effort into leaning back. Negative x and negative 3. Jana, I know because I didn't pick up my pen enough. Jana, what can I do now?
I got rid of 1x from each side.
Yeah, what do you say, like how?
Negative x on both sides.
So that won't actually, that'll actually make our x's bigger.
3.
So, guys, look up
add
here.
it.
Guys, look up here. I'm trying to help you. And some of you are ignoring help. Which of these x's is higher up the number line? This one, actually, because negative 1 is higher up compared to negative 2. We want to get rid of the lower one. So how do we get rid of a negative 2x? Add 2 x's. Guys, on your paper, guys, I'm going to be straight up with you. If I were a betting person, I'd probably bet money that Hudson's going to put one of these problems we did together on the quiz. So if you pay attention now, the quiz will be a whole lot easier. Sorry, some stuff in my throat there. So if we add 2x to both sides, this cancels. And watch what happens over here. June, you with me?
Yeah.
Negative x plus 2x becomes what, June? Positive what?
1.
You're picking at your fingers. You're not paying attention, at least as much as you could be. We get positive 1x, because negative 1x plus 2, positive 1x plus negative 3. So this is different. Now we gave our variables to the right side. We haven't done that very much. What can I now do, Destiny? I got 5 equal to x plus negative 3. Des, you know what I can do to get that x by itself? Ooh, but x is already on its own. You could, but that would push it back over here. Like, I can leave this x alone. How can I get rid of this negative 3? You can pass off if you want. Add 3! Absolutely! So we add 3 to both sides, and we get that x, 1x, is equal to 8.
I don't know how, but I got that negative. Negative e is equal to negative x.
That's the same.
That's the same thing. So if you end up with negative 8 equal to negative x, that's the same thing as positive 8 equal to positive x. Like,
Why can't we have half of it?
you can, but that's not our goal. So if you solve for half of
Can
x,
you do 1x divided by 2?
so if we do divide by 2, we will get an answer that is 1/2 of x is what? Yeah, is 4. So this is also true. If x is 8, half of x is 4.
Why did we divide?
Because we didn't need. Hey, hold on. Lakin's asking good questions. We didn't need to divide here because we had 1x, which is the goal. If we had 2x or 3x or 5x, like we would need to divide. But since we got 1x, that's what we wanted. Now, like I don't need to do this, but I could keep doing stuff to both sides to be redundant. Sometimes I put 1x, sometimes I just put x. So I could put a 1 here, and that's still right. Because I don't normally say good morning, 1 Lakin, but I could. It just normally sounds like regular if I say good morning, Lakin, and we assume there's only one of you, right? But if I want to be specific, I could say, oh, hi, 1 June, and June will be like, why are you saying 1?
Oh, it's like the Liam thing. Hi, one Liam.
So, hey, check this out. Turn to your partner. What is x? Check out what they give us. Turn to your partner. What is x?
Is this on?
This is not. I mean, you can write it down on your graph paper. If you want.
What? No.
I think I can do it.
You think you can do it? Maybe you think?
Wait, 1.5.
I know. It's just so fun to overreact.
Yeah.
Lily,
I'm trying to explain it.
bring it back. I only got 2 minutes. Lily, what is 2x equal to here? Well, sorry. Back yourself up. What is 2x equal to? I'm not asking for the answer. I'm saying, what does this show us? 2x is equal to 3. To get back to just a single x, what did you do?
Divide by 2.
Divide by 2. So like here's where we have to divide because we don't have 1 yet. And you solved that 1x is equal to 1.5, guys. Or you could have said 3/2, or 1 1/2, or 1.5. All of those are equal. So guys, x, very soon, like right now, is where we transition to x might not be a whole number. X might very well be a negative, it might be a decimal, it might be 0, it might be a fraction. Might be impossible. We haven't seen those yet. We have like 10 seconds left, so you should probably go ahead and pack up. Leave those books on your desk. Have a great day, guys. Okay. Moss, I hope you feel better soon. Email me if you need anything.
Oh my god.